I've got a pro tip for you as you think about your identity, direction, and connection. And this is when you're meeting people. Normally, when you meet someone, they become forgettable in just a few seconds. And we don't want that to be you. So here's a couple of things. Here's a couple of questions that I've developed. Normally, when you meet someone or you have a casual acquaintance, we trade a phrase that is quite forgettable because it's almost meaningless. Is because we use it so often. It's just, "Hey, how are you doing? How are you?" And of course, the answer is, "Oh, fine, yeah, doing fine," or "What's going on?" "Oh, nothing much." It's just the platitudinal pleasantries level that just sustains a relationship, and it doesn't go very deep. It's certainly not memorable. So here's a couple of pro tips as you get to know people, or if you want to go deeper in a relationship, and deeper I mean by connecting meaningfully. Ask them a question about, hey, what are you struggling with? What are you working on? What's a project that's got your attention? Dive in and get a little bit more curious about who they are and what they're facing. That might be a great question as well. Hey, what are you facing right now? Tell me about some of the challenges that you're facing at work. And their subconscious brain will be like, what? I wasn't expecting that. And you'll get to see a little bit of moment of confusion, a little panic, or sometimes just great relief. Like someone's actually interested in me. You can also use this when you're meeting someone for the first time. Instead of just, basically what's your major or, what's your line of work and, what are the other words we use? Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice just means thank you for the information. It's discarded. I don't remember your name. And as soon as this conversation is done, I'm not going to remember a single thing about you. So replace that with a question like this: what makes you you? And then wait for an answer. Or another question is, how would you like to be remembered? Or what makes you memorable? You don't want to go into the macabre so much, like suggesting that they might die. So make sure you're not doing that. But what makes you you? And what is it that I can remember? You might even say the reason. I like to remember people by some of the things that they share with me. I'm a pilot and I like to fly upside down. What makes you you? What can I remember about you? Some of the most amazing conversations have come from that question. And it's so some of the most surprising is I remember meeting someone that is a professional seamstress and ended up sewing some of the accessory containers that I use in an airplane, like the hold flashlights and maps and things like that. She actually made those for a company. I'll always remember that. So dig into that a little bit, have fun with it, experiment with it, and see how people find you more interesting and find you more memorable as you remember them and find out what they're interested in. Got it? Pro tip, it's really good.